I just would like to set. We have quite a packed day today of different events, so I just want to go by the order of questions which we considered today at the Security Council. In the morning session, we talked about the situation in DRC. So members of the Security Council were briefed by Under-Secretary General Lacroix on the situation and recent developments in the DRC. Members of the Security Council expressed condolences to the people and government of Tanzania for the tragic killing of 15 Tanzanian and 5 DRC soldiers in a brutal attack on 7th December, which also injured 44 peacekeepers. Members of the Security Council thanked the outgoing SRSG Maman Sediku for his services and welcomed the new SRSG Leila Zarugi, extending their full support to her. They expressed their unconditional support to the MONUSCO. Members of the Security Council took note of the deteriorating security situation and pressed for timely action to prevent further instability. They called upon all political and social actors to refrain from violence and to engage in the constructive dialogue. They underscored the importance of implementing the political agreement of December 31st for ensuring peace and stability. They underlined that protection of civilians, respect for human rights, and guarantees for fundamental freedoms in the DRC are of major importance for peace and stability. To this end, they urged for closer monitoring and support from the UN system. Members of the Security Council urged the government to abide by the electoral calendar and the electoral law to ensure the holding of credible, free, pacific, and transparent election for a peaceful transfer of power and to fully implement confidence-building measures. Members of the Security Council highlighted the need to bring relief to the worsening humanitarian situation of the 4.1 million IDPs and over 500,000 refugees in the DRC. While the UN and our partners are responding with protection services and humanitarian assistance, the security and safety of access are our priorities. Members of the Security Council intend to adopt a press statement on the situation in the DRC in the next few days. Next meeting, which we held in the afternoon, it was the meeting on close consultation on chemical weapons in Syria, and I'm authorized to say the following. The Council heard a briefing by Under-Secretary General and High Representative for Disarmament Affairs Izumi Nakamitsu on the 51st monthly report of the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, entitled Progress in the Elimination of the Syrian Chemical Weapons Program. The Council members took note of the latest developments on the issue and current activities of the OPCW. They also emphasized the importance of resolving all outstanding issues contained in the report. The Council reaffirmed the commitment to continue preventing the use of chemical weapons in Syria. The members expressed the need of ensuring accountability for any violations of relevant international norms. And we just concluded the AOB, another order of business on the situation in Raqqa, and we have agreed to the following press elements. Security Council members were briefed by Assistant Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs, Ursula Müller, on the dire humanitarian situation in Syria. Members underscored the plight of many Syrians, especially women, children, and other vulnerable groups, aggravated by the lack of humanitarian access and shortage in aid, including of medicines and other supplies in the country. members of the Security Council called upon all parties to work together to allow the safe, sustained, and unhindered access by humanitarian personnel to populations in need of assistance, in accordance with the humanitarian law, and facilitate the voluntary and safe return of internally displaced persons to their place of origin. Security Council members welcomed the visit of the Undersecretary General for Humanitarian Affairs, Mark Lowcock, to Syria, and awaits his report. Security Council members also recalled the Security Council Resolution 2393 of 2017 on renewing authorization for cross-border, cross-line humanitarian access to Syria. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a question. Despite the escalation in the military actions in eastern Ghouta and in Idlib, it's remarkable that the Security Council didn't mention in these elements any kind of ceasefire in the escalation zones especially. Was this issue discussed? Thank you.
Yes, it was different issues discussed on humanitarian track, so that issue was also discussed during the close consultations.
Agreement on a ceasefire or among the Security Council members?
You know, there is an agreement among all the members of the Council on ceasefire.
Ceasefire.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the work which we are doing in the we're just constantly keeping an eye on this.
No agreement.
What do you mean, an agreement?
Is there an agreement for the need of a ceasefire in the de-escalation zones in Syria?
It is all the time in our agenda. It's clear. I don't think any member will be against that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I have a question. The Syrian government has sent a letter to the Security Council about the Israel airstrike to the Syria. What's your position about this letter and this action?
I cannot comment on it because I haven't seen the letter. Sorry. Thank you.